President Cyril Ramaphosa will visit Ward 11 in Klipspruit West in Soweto today. Well, the purpose of the visit is for him to be briefed, as I indicated, by the Zonal Committee leadership. So the issues primarily revolve around the Klip River wetlands pollution from industrial and urban sources, including acid mine drainage, industrial runoff, and sewage treatment plant discharges. SABC News political reporter Samkele Maseko is live to us from that event. Well, Samkele, as important as today's event is, in the midst of that, of course, are we likely to hear from President Cyril Ramaphosa on the ANC and DA negotiations in light of that impasse around VAT? And perhaps even, the tariffs debacle imposed by the United States of America. We saw what transpired in the US and several states overnight, some anti-Trump protests. I'm sure you'll be engaging, hopefully, the president on some of those critical issues on the sidelines of that event today.
Indeed, Crisalda, the president of the ANC will definitely look at domestic and international issues when he engages with this branch of Ward 11 in Johannesburg. You know that Johannesburg is the host city for the G20 later on this year, and he did have some harsh words for those executives of the city of Johannesburg and also the provincial executive of Gauteng, led by Premier Panyaza Lesufi. When he engaged with them in the Johannesburg Council chambers, he has also called upon the ANC to go back to basics, to clean up the areas where they reside in, saying that the ANC must live amongst the people, must resolve the challenges of the people. And with this political program that is going on of political education within the ANC, we are joined by Mr. Sibongile Besani, the head of presidency in the ANC, and definitely the president will touch on the bad things that are happening in the United States of America. Seemingly bad things are happening in the United States of America. But Mr. Besani, what can those ANC members seated here and South Africans look forward to, should you let us in, when the president of your party engages with this branch 11 when it comes to political education within the party?
Thank you very much. I think the starting point is to understand that this is the president coming to his branch, Ward 11, here in Soweto. And then that is a normal branch. That's a normal branch visit. So basically, he will be talking to the members of the ANC in this branch. So getting the state of the branch, what is the branch doing, how does it relate to the society, to the community, what are programs that are there, what are the limitations, the strengths of the branch. Now, flowing from that program of having listened, engaged with branch members, President will also be, because the zone here has a normal program of foundational course. He will also be attending, just getting a brief on that foundation course and see how it is happening, because he won't only getting a sense of the branch, also the zone within the branch, within which the branch sort of lives. And then obviously getting engagement with some community organizations. Those are three areas that we'll be focusing on. Today, meeting the branch, engaging the BGM of the branch, then going to observe the foundation course, how is it unfolding, because it's a massive political education work, and then meeting with civil society within the branch.
Mr. Besani, we understand that the NEC has been postponed to Monday. I know you're not the spokesperson of the party, but you are the head of the presidency in the ANC. What is the main thrust of postponing Monday's National Executive Committee that was meant to be convened to deliberate on recent political developments within the country, with your partner in the government of national unity basically defining itself outside of the GNU?
Most important is that any discussion that goes to the NEC, it's a discussion that needs to be processed. And I think as a matter of principle, it is important to give the NWC to process things and so on. So it's all about processing discussions and debates adequately.
Are you not being dictated to by big business? Because we understand that so-called big business, which is never named, by the way, has said that the DA must not leave the government of national unity, as that would be disastrous for the country. Is the ANC political program and political trajectory being decided by big corporates?
No, the ANC has got its program, has got its own policies, has got its own positions on a variety of things. But what is also important is that the ANC has never developed a tendency to put people outside, or to close people or to alienate any part of society. So we don't have hostile relations with business, but they don't dictate what the ANC decides.
But why would business write a letter to the DA and to the ANC, especially with the DA having defined itself and voted against the fiscal framework of a budget that they would be seemingly presiding over, and you as the ANC seemingly don't have a qualm or an issue with business deciding on political events within the country?
Well, business will always develop into talk to anybody, so we don't know why they would write to anybody, to everybody. But we think it is in the nature of politics and civil society or business. Whenever they feel that something is happening, they have to engage those who are in authority.
Thank you very much, Mr. Besani. Mrs. Loiso Masuku, the city. The president had harsh words for you as MMCs. When he spoke to you in the Johannesburg City Council, he's coming to his branch here in Ward 11. Just the essence of how far you are with making sure that the city is up to standard for the hosting of the G20. I want to take you in that capacity as a government official, later as the Deputy Regional Secretary.
Thank you, Samkele. The city is hard at work. Already the technical teams have met, as indicated by the President post his visit. And as indicated, this is an IGR framework where we have both provincial, local and national government. And of course, it's not only about G20. The work of service delivery is about ensuring that the lights are working, potholes are filled, and the daily lived experience of our citizens is a work of being able to have your water running, electricity functioning. So that we are hard at work. I'm sure you would have seen the executive mayor in various areas as we do that work concurrently with the work of the IDP sessions that have already started.
Looking at particularly how clean this area is, he had some harsh words about the cleanliness of the city. It looks as if Pick It Up is getting its ducks in a row. How far are you with that process of making sure that the city, the inner city and the outskirts of the city, of the metropolis of Johannesburg, is largely clean?
The beauty about where we are now as a city is that both civil society and the private sector have come to the party to make sure that they work together with the city. Remember, even when the president was there was an afternoon engagement that included institutions such as Josie My Josie, that included institutions of higher learning, also including civil society organizations. They have been partnering with us. We are working well with them. And I think we appreciate the fact that big business as well has come to the party to say, let us partner with the city to make sure that we continue to invest in the city so that we ensure that job opportunities are not compromised, and all of us collectively look into the project of a safer city and a cleaner city.
Looking at the dynamics, I see that you are going towards a regional conference in Johannesburg. How are your preparations for that regional conference that is seemingly upcoming later on in 2-3 months' time?
We are still busy with the foundation courses. As you would have heard Comrade Besani, he spoke about the importance of making sure that all our members, so it's not only for leaders, all our members have to undergo the 5 session of the foundation courses. All our members in the branches must participate in the Litsima campaign. Remember, Samkele, one of the things that the NEC and the PTT have been clear about is that there are prerequisites for a branch to qualify to say that they can go to a meeting that must nominate delegates, that must elect their own branch leadership. So that is not yet, we are not yet there. We are still at the process of meeting those prerequisites, which is ensuring that your branch is in good standing, ensuring that you've met the prerequisite of the 5 modules of the foundation course for all members, and ensuring that you do programs that link you with the communities. The ANC must be seen working with community, NGOs, NPOs, and resolving people's problems in our communities.
Mr. Funi, woman on top, even now.
Asoze jikekele.
So, Ufuni, woman on top.
Asoze jikekele.
Are you standing?
That process has not yet arrived. When that process arrives, you can ask that question. We are not yet there. The ANC is still busy with dealing with the prerequisites.
What an Ifuni woman on top.
across the country, across the world, across the continent, women must be given an opportunity. Namibia has set the tone for us, so there's nothing stopping us from following from what Namibia has shown us.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Loiso Masuku, who happens to be an MMC in the city of Johannesburg and also the Deputy Regional Secretary of the ANC in the Greater Johannesburg region. You'd heard that the President of the ANC and President of the country speaking to them in that Johannesburg City Council meeting when he was engaging with the Provincial Executive of Gauteng and also the municipal executive of the city of Johannesburg. He had harsh words about the standard of living quality, the issues of service delivery within the city of Johannesburg, saying was very embarrassed at the state of Johannesburg, particularly during that international relations ministers meeting of G20 ministers. Crisalda.
Samkele, thank you very much indeed. I guess quite a number of issues that the ANC president perhaps would touch on as he is in Klipspruit. A number of domestic as well as international issues, of course, that are facing South Africa at the moment. Very, very naughty there on that last comment to Mrs. Masuku. But I'll leave it there, Samkele. Thank you very much. We'll chat here a bit later on. Okay.